Hey everybody, how are y'all doing today? I hope y'all are having a wonderful weekend and staying safe and dry out there. And if you're having to work today, I hope your Saturday's going good. If you're off today, I hope your day off's going good. I thought of some more stuff for a part two of so you're thinking about moving to the south, and here's what you need to know. All right, you do not want a vehicle unless you're planning it on living in places like Huntsville, Muscle Shoals, Decatur, Birmingham, or Tuscaloosa, or Montgomery. You do not want a vehicle that sits close to the ground like your Lamborghinis and other vehicles that are made right off the showroom floor to sit close to the ground. I'll promise you that the potholes, the speed bumps, and uneven roads on some of your smaller counties will eat the undercarriage of your vehicle up. And, I have nothing against anybody who wants to buy a luxury vehicle and drive it. Just be smart about it. Take a look at the roads in your area. Now, where I live out in the top northeast corner of Alabama, in Jackson County, BMW and Mercedes is the go-to luxury vehicle around here. They don't sit close to the ground. But like I said, you don't want a vehicle that sits close to the ground. You want something that's going to give you a little room. You ain't got to worry about what in the world just got ripped out. And I will admit, roads in some of your smaller counties, unless it's a main road, they just don't really care. Because there was this one road, unless they fixed it since the last time I was on it, was more pothole than road. Alright, second thing is, you're going to want tools. You're going to want tools to fix on your vehicle with, build a porch, do plumbing, do electrical work, do roofing with. I'm sure everybody's heard of that saying, a jack of all trades and a master of nothing. Well, we take that serious around here. Because from my generation, I was born in the 80s, from the last generation that was born in the 80s, I'll say it like that, back to as far back as you can think, we were raised to, if something tore up, we fixed it ourselves. We didn't go call somebody to come fix it for us. We fixed it ourselves. And when we got old enough to really learn or to understand what was going on and learn and be able to retain information, we were raised on fixing stuff, do it ourselves, don't depend on somebody else to do it. And that's a good. Now the generation that were born in like the late '90s on. Now I will admit there's maybe some that could fix stuff on their own, but they pretty much call somebody to fix stuff. Which there's nothing wrong with that either. But if you're one of those, you don't want to spend a lot of money calling somebody to fix. You'll need to learn, and it wouldn't hurt to have that stuff anyway, because you never know when you might need it. And it's always not, and it's always good to have that knowledge in the back of your mind that you can fix it without having to call somebody and having to spend all that money and waiting all that time for them to come and fix something. There are a lot of farms around here, and and there'll be times where your your farmers will be letting their cows from one field to the other. So you're going to have to sit there for a minute and wait on it. Might as well pull over to the side of the road and kick your feet up for a minute, because it'll take a while. No reason to get mad, no reason to honk your horn and start yelling, because that's just going to cause problems you don't need. Just kick back, have a fun little talk with him till the cows get across. Make you a new friend. Dogs are highly important around here. They're pretty much a part of the family. Uh, Now, yeah, depending on who you come across, a majority of the people around here is either have a lot of hunting dogs. They take kind of like bird dogs, German shepherds, and there some of the older ones got them small dogs they like to keep in the house, and a few other breeds out there. But anyway, we pretty much treat our animals like part of the family. Doesn't matter if it's a dog. Which dogs are number one on that list. So, if you mistreat somebody's dog, you're going to know about it real quick. Just don't be messing with somebody's animals. Now, if you're being nice and feeding them and watering them, or, you're petting them, being nice, that's no big deal. Like, nobody going to say nothing. It's just when you start to mistreat them is when people start to throw a fit. Let's see here. Now the crime rate around here really ain't that bad. The only place that you'll really find a little bit of crime, because I'll have to admit, crime in Alabama is not that bad. I can't speak for the rest of the South, but unless you're in the bigger cities like Huntsville, Decatur, Muscle Shoals, Birmingham, and Montgomery, the bigger cities like that, crime really ain't that bad. Now, like I said, where I live at, in the county, most of the other counties where I live at are DeKalb County. A majority of the stuff people's getting arrested for is drugs or unpaid tickets, and that's really it. Every now and again, you'll have that idiot that gets arrested for messing with kids. I don't know if I could say the technical word for it without YouTube throwing a fit over it, but 9 times out of 10, it's either something drug related or unpaid tickets. So, it's relatively quiet. Not a whole lot of crime goes. You can actually leave your doors unlocked and not have to worry about somebody breaking in. Handmade knives are really popular here in the South. Not to say that, knives that you get from the store don't sell good, but homemade knives are way more important. And you'll see more people carrying those than store-bought. Camping's a real big deal around here. And there's plenty of good places around here to go camping. And the two that I highly recommend, 2 places around here that I highly recommend to go camping at is Buck's Pocket State Park. I'm sure a lot of people heard of it, but it's a 10-minute drive from here, and Guntersville State Park. 2 of the most beautiful places around here you can go camping. Now, Guntersville, I think it's like $10 fee to get you in there to camp, but you're also able to fish, and they got amenities like a place for you to go cook, use the bathroom, take a shower. Buck's Pocket, I think, runs about the same, but you got access to hiking trails, off-roading trails. Go use the bathroom, take your shower, and they got very nice grills that you can cook your food on and enjoy having time with your family. Alright, let's see what else. I've already went over, neighbors helping each other out. We don't need a very big excuse on having a get together. As long as there's food and card games involved, we'll have us a get together. Now, outdoor games that people love to play around here is basketball, horseshoes, and cornhole. Now, if you don't know what cornhole is, I'm not saying y'all are stupid or none, but if y'all don't know what that is it's 2 elevated ramps with holes cut. You take these bags that have soft gel beads in them. The bags probably weigh about 2 pounds apiece. Anyway, you get about I don't know, at least a good 10 foot or better apart from at least a good 10 foot apart from each other. And yeah, it's a team of two. And what you do is you try to get your colored bag into the hole there, and you play until whatever set amount of points you want to play to. Um, Now card games, it's Rook and Rummy that's real popular around here. Dominoes is another fun sport people love to play, and I can't think of the name of this game, but it's a board and you drill holes in it till you make a star pattern out of it. And each point of the star has different colors. And you put marbles in, and that's where you'll start out. You'll roll the dice. You got to get like two sixes to get out. And you go all the way around the board and get back to where you started out before everybody else does to be able to win. It's pretty fun. It's almost kind of like a different version of checkers, but I think this came out of China or something like that. I haven't played it since my uncle passed away, but it was a fun game. And then on top of that, there's plenty of stuff to do around here to make side money. If you're needing a little extra money to help pay for bills, maybe your kid's birthday, whatever it may be, hauling off scrap metal. Somebody's always needing extra work done, like, hauling stuff around for them, mowing, weed eating, maybe doing like some handiwork around the home. You can always find something to make a little extra money. And stuff like saying yes, ma'am, and yes, sir, stuff like that is highly taught around here. Even if you've known somebody for 20 years, we still say it to each other. Now, when it comes to the old elders, you still call them Mr. and Miss. And the only way you can really stop doing that is, like if they say, hey, call me by whatever their first name be. They'll be like, I'd feel better if you called me by my first name. Then you can go on about calling them by their first name and nobody will throw a fit over it. Let's see here. Most people don't mind you borrowing stuff from them around here as long as you bring it back or don't destroy it or return the favor in case they need something. Because like I said, down here in the South, we're the most caring and giving people you'll actually find. And we really don't go to the hospital unless it's one of those things, it's a life-threatening issue that comes up. But a lot of people around here, they make their own medicine up to be able to. We make a lot of homemade remedies for stuff. I grew up on homemade remedies and worked. I came out just all right. The only times I really visited the hospital was when I blew my ACL in my right knee, and in my left knee I had to get total knee surgery because I messed up my ACL, my MCL, and grade 1 meniscus. But other than that, I paid to visit a hospital 5 times for something I had going on. My aunt, when she was still alive, used to make homemade cough medicine. And you may think I'm making this up, but I'm not. She used 3 simple ingredients to making it, and I kid you not, for 2 years I did not have a cough. And what she used to make it was rum, honey, and those cinnamon sticks you can get. And she mixed all that together and all that, and it took care of a cough. Within 5 minutes, you ain't got a cough anymore. I have a full-blooded Cherokee Indian lady who's the medicine woman that, she's gave me stuff for headaches, rashes, stuff like that took care of it in a heartbeat. But I'm not saying if you need to go to the hospital, don't go, but that's between, that's up to you on that. But around here, we really don't go a whole lot. And if somebody comes up missing or gets lost, the community will come together to find them. We take missing people serious around here. And we still believe in whooping kids with a switch. Even though a lot of people throw a fit over it, we still believe in it. But anyway, I know this is a little bit shorter than the last one, but I hope y'all have a good rest of y'all's weekend.